Troubles may come, but I'm a praying soul. Devil just try, but he just never look. So much on my mind. If I tell you, just look at me smile. When them do me wrong, I do them right. I'm just a man who just pray all night. How I let go. How I look how I feel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Bless. Good afternoon. Bless. Good afternoon. Bless. Good afternoon. As you come up, I just want to encourage you to share the live again. You know, it's your boy Irvin. We're back with the next episode of Real Talk, where I had to bring something to you this afternoon. So I needed to call somebody who knows somebody, because all you, we had to talk today. Today, we had to talk. Yeah.
The sunrise is slowly over the hill. Everywhere is cold and sunlight, but most like it's not.
Good afternoon to Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Irvin, and yes, we're back with the next episode of Real Talk, ladies and gentlemen, where we deal with real issues. We have real conversation and try our best to come up with real solutions. So as you come up, I want to wish you a blessed good afternoon wherever you are.
That no one desire, that if there is a Messiah, someday he can. Cover the restaurant, can't see 10 people in a one-bedroom shanty. What's the spell on the basement? No vacancy, no employment. Cattle fire, cattle from gunshots. Let us go and things get hot. Break the look out the window. Your voices from the ghetto. Crying, Lord, crying. Voices from the ghetto. Crying, Lord, voices from the ghetto.
Today's 14th of August, yesterday's Thursday, beautiful Trinidad and Tobago, but wherever you are, I want to send some love from the Real Talk from our 648-866. You're blessed. Good afternoon to you and your family. Blessed good afternoon to you wherever you are.
Mothers just hold their head up, boy. And them woman stronger.
While saying this, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in, for viewing, for listening with us. And I just want to encourage you as you come up. Just share the live. All we have to talk today because, again, I keep telling all you, it's paperwork we're dealing with. Paperwork. So we got to talk today. So as you come up, all you blessed good afternoon. I had to run some audio for you because we had to cover some of that. I need a little to hear what our Honorable Prime Minister, Ms. Kamla Persad, says. And with that, I'm sending out some love to my Honorable Prime Minister. Yes, thank you much. And I must send out some love to my Member of Parliament, Mr. Ernesto Raymond Kiza. Blessed good afternoon to you, to the entire staff, the entire team, each and every one of our brothers and sisters here in Point 14 that's supporting the cause, that understand that your support is needed. Ladies and gentlemen, our responsibility is to stay focused. So again, we're back with our next episode of Real Talk, and all you, we had to talk. Because again, I keep telling all you, it's mad people we're dealing with. We're dealing with people who have no conscience, people who don't business, people who don't care. But we have a responsibility, brothers and sisters, to understand our role and our responsibility and the part that we must play in order for us to have a better Trinidad and Tobago. Again, you know the statement here, every creed and race find an equal place, and may God continue to bless our nation. So while we are at it, we continue to thank God for delivering us out of the hands of bondage, out of the hands of trickery, out of the hands of dotishness, out of the hands of irresponsible activities. Brothers and sisters, those of you who continuing to claim that always PNM, it's my responsibility, I must pull the relevant music for you. So ladies and gentlemen, as you come up, I needed to call somebody who knows somebody's Real Talk, and we back for our next conversation. But they have our interests at heart. Embarrassment, shameful, degrading, I continue to send out some love to the UNC, the coalition. Tobago, big up yourself, you know. Listen to the music, ladies and gentlemen. I want to encourage you to not be caught up with PNM and their activities. What are the give everything I got to, but you don't care. It's your responsibility this afternoon to let the PNM know they can't hold us back no longer. They can't hold Trinidad and Tobago back no longer. Hey. As you come up, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to send some love from the Felix family to your family. You know, I must send some love to see just the area in Buenos Aires and the Carcass. Big up yourself, point 410. Lord, pray, big up yourself, big up yourself. Wherever you are, whether in Safari, whether in Tebe, you could be in Pina, ladies and gentlemen, you could be in Golconda, Princeton, you could be in Sawa, Edinburgh 500. This afternoon, they are not going to hold us back no longer. We give them 10 years, 10 years. When you listen to the level of conversation that people is dealing with out there, you're going to understand where I'm coming from this afternoon. Our country have been on autopilot for the longest. Tell them take this to somebody else, not to us. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Again, before I go forward, I want to start today with a word of prayer. We don't get down into any conversation because what I bring into here is so important. And this is a situation that I had to deal with over and over and over. So, and everything I am going to tell you here based on this document here, PNM was in power, PNM was in charge, PNM said they put everything else in place, and on top of that, they told the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that they have their interests at heart. So I need a little call out some of them idiots and them, call out some of them jokers and them. Let them know today we come to work. But before we move on, well, you know we had to send some love to Nikki, Pearl, Sammy. We must send some love to Semantics, Gaza, Trini, Jess School. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Granny, bless good afternoon to you. We didn't hear from you yesterday, but you know we're continuing to send some love to you. Margaret, bless afternoon to everyone as you come up. Who we are here again, man? Let me go back up and see who we are up here, man. Bless good afternoon. Who is this? Ramki Soon, bless afternoon. Matilda, bless good afternoon. Lutchman, bless afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. As you come up, as you identify yourself, Mohammed, big up yourself. Nothing but love, nothing but love. Jen, big up yourself. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, we had to talk today, you know. We had to talk today. And again, my responsibility is to continue to keep it factual. So we will start today with Ms. Kamla Persad Bisasa and her last conversation. Now, mind me, all of us, we are Trinbagonian citizens, well, the average of us, right? The majority of us reside in Trinidad. We have a wide following outside of Trinidad and Tobago, but the problems, the issues that we're dealing with is designated about Trinidad and Tobago. I see Mr. Clyde Ella, bless afternoon. Mr. Raymond Onesto Kiza, bless good afternoon to Mr. Lakram Budu, bless good afternoon to Mr. David Lee, bless good afternoon to Miss Kamla Persad Bisesa, Mr. Barry Padarat, bless good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. Wayne Stills, bless good afternoon to Mr. Roger Alexander, Philip Edward Alexander, Bless good afternoon to Miss Khadija Amin, Miss Jillian John. But matter of fact, all of you that look at me here whole day talking, bless good afternoon, bless good afternoon. We have a powerful team. This is why we continue to stand with the United National Congress and the Coalition of Interest. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to give the Tobago and the TPP their full 100 salute and their support because, again, we in this together. Again, we continue to say Trinidad and Tobago here, every creed and race finds an equal place, and may God bless our nation. So when we sit down and we talk facts and we let you know some of the most underprivileged parts of Trinidad and Tobago tend to be PNM zones. This is not nobody being racial. This is just factual content that is coming out in Trinidad and Tobago. The reason why Chris Muslis ended up in prison, the reason why he was under arrest, the reason why he before the court is because when he went to highlight the underprivileged area in Trinidad and Tobago, it so happened that Chris Muslis didn't realize that the underprivileged area, the areas that receive no support from the representative that was given the opportunity. Now, let me be real. Diego Martin West was actually held by the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Let me be real. When you listen to the conversation coming out of Port of Spain, how far Port of Spain is? I just don't understand what actually taking place and some of the arguments some of these people does be having. But brothers and sisters, as we stand with Ms. Kamla Persad, as we stand with the Coalition of Interest, as we stand with the TPP, brothers and sisters, again, we say here every creed and race finds an equal place. And just for clarity, because all are we sing this song, but our responsibility is to remind brothers and sisters, yes, day by day, as you come to terms with the facts and the elements that we deal with in Trinidad and Tobago, nobody is skipping the line, okay? Nobody is skipping no line. So what we would do, we would continue to support Ms. Kamla Persad, the United National Congress with the Coalition of Interest with TPP to put the relevant structures in place as the team continue to work on behalf of Trinbagonian citizens. We, as citizens, as we bounce up issues, our responsibility is to bring it forward so that our government have a comprehensive understanding of what is taking place. And just in case that you don't understand what is going on, just in case that you think that we just huddling up on a day-by-day basis, nobody is listening, nobody is supporting you, and see just at them talking out of their lungs now, man. Because let me tell you something, they could use African, and let me tell you something, African don't have no sense, right? So while all of that dotishness going on, ladies and gentlemen, while all of that bacchanal and all of that conversation going on, my responsibility is to continue to keep it factual with you and for you. So while we navigate, well, let me do this thing sensible.
I have to introduce myself, or if all you know the voice just by knowing the voice, but you are tuned in to Real Talk with Irvin Felix on 648 television, where you get the truth, real unity, Trinidad and Tobagonians, all patriots. We log on and we listen to the one and only Irvin Felix on 648 television. Yes, the Douglas listening too. Blessings. Be safe. Stay strong. Trinidad and Tobago is on the rise.
Thank you.
Bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, my responsibility is to continue to bring you the information. They might try to tell you, don't bother with Felix. Don't bother with Felix, you know. Them talk and get people to vote UNC, and he not on no board. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be real and reasonable, okay? Somebody had to continue keeping brothers and sisters focused. The government doing their part. At the end of the day, listening what's going on around the place, you know. We don't have people claiming that the respondent, despite the fact the murder rate is the best that it has ever been, the lowest it has ever been in 5 years. And on top of that, our government not dancing and glorifying on it. They're explaining to us that better could be done. And when they say better could be done, they mean UNC alone could do better, or even the opposition. Ms. Penelope Beckers and her team, the amount of years that they have been silent, God knows that we expect better from them. God knows that. Mr. Anil Roberts, continue to distribute the information. Brothers and sisters, I hope you didn't miss Douglas Politics this morning. I hope you didn't miss the ground report. You didn't miss Breaking Dawn. At the end of the day, we have a responsibility to stay connected to factual information, to factual data. All join me in a word of prayer. Bless God afternoon. I see we have 225 brothers and sisters up. Bless God afternoon. Heavenly Father, we want to lift up each and every one of our brothers and sisters here this afternoon. Father, I ask that you cover them. You bless their going outs and their coming in. Father, we ask that you cover them on their workplace. We pray no harm, no danger, no negative thought, no negative tongue come upon them. Lord, we say a special prayer for each and every family, each and every relationship, every marriage in this nation. And Father, in a special way, we lift up our Honorable Prime Minister. We ask that you cover Ms. Kamla Persad and her entire cabinet. We say a special prayer for our Attorney General and our Ministers of Homeland Security, Ministers of Securities. Father, we lift up our police force in a special way. We say a special prayer for our Commissioner of Police. Lord, we ask that you take charge of our local government minister, take charge of our agriculture minister, take charge of each and every person representing in Trinidad and Tobago, everyone who have the responsibility to bring about goods and services and put forward proper legislation in this country. Father, we ask that you encamp your angels around them. Father, just asking, Lord, that you cover their families, cover their going outs and their coming ins. Father, I want to pray for all our brothers and sisters today in transit. Father, I ask that you just guide and you protect. You have your way where there seems to be no way. So we lift up people on the nation's roadway today. In whichever country today, Father, I ask that you just guide them and protect them. We pray for safety as they travel. We ask for traveling mercies today. Father, we even want to say a special prayer for the young people, those practicing negative activities. Father, I ask that you change minds and you open their hearts to relevant conversation. Father, I pray that you give them the unction to function in your capacity. For we know the road is hard and the journey is rough. But your word said, weeping may endure for the night and joy comes in the morning. Father, we went through our 9.5 years. And Father, you opened the doors for Trinidad and Tobago to elevate. So I'm asking for a spirit of unity to fluctuate through our nation. Father, asking that every spiritual denomination, every spiritual leader, every choir director, every dancer, every musician come forward in the highways and the byways and proclaim your name loudly and proudly. So Father, I ask that you cover every spiritual denomination in Trinidad and Tobago. I ask that you cover every leading person in every leading capacity, whether it be sports, whether it be community service, whether it be police, whether it be fire, whether it be government, whether it be just people, Lord. Father, you just have your way. Father, thank you for having us here today again. And Father, I ask that you cover the Real Talk program. Every single word that is uttered is for your honor and for your glory. So we worship you, we exalt you, we lift up your name. We say Jesus Christ is Lord and you are worthy to be praised. So Father, cover every person, cover every word that is text. Bless their house, bless their families, bless their children, bless their businesses. Father, bless their vehicle as they travel in it. Father, we ask that you continue to strengthen Trinidad and Tobago. You guide Trinidad and Tobago. Cover and protect Trinidad and Tobago under your blood. In no other name but in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Blessed good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. All blessed good afternoon. Today we have some talking to do. But before I get down in some talking, let me hold the phone line for a little bit. I want to run a piece of audio here because, well, I get some call. And what I like with the calls we're getting is that people understood. Blessed day. Now you ain't late. You're on time. Well, Sammy, Anthony, everyone, big up yourself. Rampi soon, big up yourself. Triple D Roti Shop, big up yourself. But tell everyone, don't big up yourself. You ain't late. But what it is we have to do here.
I'm warning some persons. You know who you are. You're already cavorting with the same crooked contractors and lawyers and PNM financiers and corrupt fake elite. Get yourselves out of that now. Because I will come for you. I'll come for you. I'll have the AG backing me up. I will come for you. Stop it. You have already forgotten the loyal rank and file UNC people who worked hard to put you in office. Remember that. Remember that. But you keep doing that and try to facilitate their continued corruption. I warn you, and I am not afraid. I will fire you. And I will ensure you face the courts. I will ensure we cannot replace one corrupt bunch and then Trump and follow suit. And that's why I ask you to understand we cannot complain about the ghosts in the seabed. And then you are on our throats. You just want to replace those ghosts with your ghosts. It can't work like that. It must not work like that. It will not work like that. All will benefit. We have programs, we have plans. I give you the commitment today. I will ensure that the most vulnerable are taken care of first. That is my pledge to you tonight. The AG likes to say he will go to war with you. But if you continue that kind of behavior, patterning from the PNM, I am not going to war with you. I'll bust your head. Should you do it? I'll bust your head. The UNC rank and file. The UNC rank and file. And I and many worked too hard to put us back into government. For some people to be now favoring the same corrupt eater food fake elite. Lyman and Hyatt, Lyman some restaurant up in town, people would never sit at the same table with you. You are now seen in Port of Spain, sitting at those tables. Learn your lessons. They will carry you, but they will not bring you back. Consider this as a warning. Consider this as a warning tonight. If you continue, I will publicly call you out one by one in front of the UNC membership. And don't ever believe this Kamla 2.0 is not the same Kamla 1 from 2010 to 2015. It's not the same. You're dealing with a person who has learned from mistakes. And I tell you, I will not lose my pathway. And I tell you again, let us continue to put God in front and walk behind, and we will not go wrong. I assure you, this Kamla is a different Kamla. All that things that you did, some of you did and think you get away in 2010 and 2015 will not be repeated. It seems some people have not learned anything in the last 10 years. So again, I say, this is a warning, a 100-day warning. Straighten up, fix yourself, behave yourself. Too many thousands of persons are depending on us. They gave you the job, you wanted the job, well, do the job and honor them, honor them.
Thank you very much. Thank you much. I forget to send back up my audio knobs. Thank you very much. That lady who has just spoken, that audio you have just listened to, wherever you are in the world this afternoon, listen to what it is I am telling you. That is my Prime Minister. You see other people putting it up? That is their that is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. A Prime Minister who is not afraid to tell people that, listen to me, I'm a human being. The first time I was there, yes, some mistakes was made. But here what we're not doing. We're not going back down that road with the oops. We wouldn't be utilizing oops. We just come out of how much years? And them didn't oops, you know. Them blatantly dig out the eyes of Trinbagonian citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, when Maduro was threatening Guyana, he was also threatening ExxonMobil. Thank you. So it have people here minding their business. It have people here minding their business. Thank you very much. And anybody with basic common sense will tell you, based on the activities that Mr. Maduro name is tied up in, if they have nobody who supporting no government supposed to volunteer to be a part of that. But one thing we could boast about today, one thing that we could testify about today, and if they have one person in the PNM could dispute what we're saying today, is that the treatment Venezuela and Maduro government with Venezuelan migrants in Trinidad and Tobago receive from the former administration, they treat Venezuela government and Venezuelan migrants in Trinidad better than how they treat their own citizens. And have the audacity to come to tell we that we is lick bottom Africans for not volunteering to continue to be a part of corruption. Let me explain something to all the ladies and gentlemen. The last administration, which is the PNM-led government, this conversation I am going to have with you here, I need somebody to link Rowley to, because all this thing is irresponsible for the position that citizens is in today. All you have Faris Alwari, Kazim Hussein, Rohan Sunanan, Stuart Young. All you have are banner jokers. And when it comes to agriculture, it's the same group. You're talking school, it's the same group. You're talking CPEP, it's the same group. You're talking roads, it's the same group. You're talking oil and gas, it's the same group. You're talking African, it's the same group. Indian is the same group. Emancipation is the same group of persons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that was demonstrated over the period of time, and boy, I just have to repeat this every day. Something that the last prime, because I don't consider Stuart Young as no prime minister. So in my book, you wouldn't hear me address he as no last prime minister before our honorable prime minister today. So something that the last prime minister did, he implemented and make sure. You see, if you look like me, you fit the description like me, whether you're educated or you're one of the biggest old thief in any country, once you look African, you is of no value when it's time to make serious decisions in this country. He is of no value. And first, the thing was publicly displayed. And this is what this Trinbagonian citizen needs to understand. Keith Scotland claimed to be a prominent lawyer in Trinidad and Tobago. Keith Scotland claimed to be a champion in Trinidad and Tobago. Keith Scotland can't win a case for the PNM in Trinidad and Tobago. But you know who Keith Scotland could win a case for? He could win a case against the PNM. Keith Scotland jumped off the PNM bandwagon while PNM in office. Mind me, this man is a minister advising people to go back to coal potting. While he's a minister under the People's National Movement, fold up his clothes, fold up his Balize jersey, rest it to the side, pick up a case in Princestown. Now, if it was Indian people, I would have said, well, all right, probably Keith Scotland and racial. But pick up a case, when they have time, we'll go check the ethnicity of the case he pick up. Now, he pick up the case under the impression that he fighting down the MP at Princestown. First, these people dotish and slow. He pick up a case in Princestown while his government in charge, Marvin Gonzalez, is the Minister of Public Utility. Pick up a case to go up against the UNC. Now, mind me, PNM and government. Take the government to court under the impression that he taken the MP to court. Take the government to court win a case against Wassa that is controlled by his PNM government, win a case against Wassa, and went back to work Monday morning with his conscience comfortable. Now, mind me, ladies and gentlemen, the matter that he picked up is a pipe that has been leaking for years. This is just the other day. They say no major, no long set of time you win this case. It's a matter that they have been dealing with for years. Let me get this one. Bless good afternoon. Big brother, you hearing me?
Yeah, hello.
Talk to
Mr. Felix.
Talk to me, big brother.
Let's give thanks to life, health, and strength.
Amen to that. Amen
Mr. Felix.
Yeah, man.
Today this morning I'm taking to the ground report. You know, I that fella just talk my mind.
Yeah.
So I call in and sitting in prison and sign the phone and acknowledging me. It have a old guy, a old evil. We know she's a PNM YUNC. When I don't have before she come to attack me, she'll be home in she wheelchair and listening to the program, and I only come in and complaining and talking. What is wrong with them, boy, Mr. Felix, boy? I a man don't suffer in silence. I put you thing under the PNM, I say, give me a thing from a train and me a thing in it. And they take it away from me, and I consistent going out there and fighting. And God moving most tedious ways.
Thank you.
God bless her when I push you in place and hear me cry. And pour roof over my two children.
Amen.
Because when every pain I'm trying to do, you want me to sleep on the road and it out that dustbin, you know.
That's the plan. That's the
That
plan
was
for
the
this
plan.
country.
That what they tried to do, me.
Yeah.
But you know, God don't sleep. God put people, you know, God move my children ways.
Yeah.
That's why I get over my children. So I not turn that to them people with the agenda. You know, Kamla Persad read the right act.
Yeah.
Because they have true activists and true supporters, they go out and get tear gas. Every meeting we have to put the government in power.
Thank you. Thank you.
Me don't want nothing much. I don't bring in all my papers, this, that thing, and they would take away my little thing there. So if I get that, I can move forward and handle my scene and
handle
fix my place and all them kind of thing. You understand, my brother?
And it's that because you don't want nobody mind you, but I need a little push. And once you get your push, you
yeah,
about your business.
Mind me.
Yeah.
You want to know what I'm saying? It's a PNM contractor. Why is he eating and drinking in the back here? PNM people still eating and eating, and people who fight and toil for this party and support. All the people, some of them ministers feel like they blacklist me. They want to take a call. When they go by the office, they get your appointment. The next 3 weeks, they ain't seen them and all kind of things. They try to make the honorable Prime Minister look bad.
Thank you.
I must say congratulations to my boy on ground report, my 2K.
Yes, man.
And with Santa Cruz for the appointment and the TSTT board.
Right.
So I know we're going with my boy every duty and TC and also you.
No,
I've been forgetting because we making sure I'm.
Partners, listen. They have to start up the road and they're working their way down the road. Me are frightened. If it is, remember, I now start with my audio, you know, I'm telling you, if it is, I ain't getting no correspondent when I asking question, nobody answering, well, then I go be worried. But I get an update on a daily basis. My member of parliament.
You know when you talk with a call and say, when we ask everything, we look for handout, everything in there. So I'm really paying them for the last 9 years. And I was minding all the activists and the UNC supported the victimizing you, boy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because you know I scare say bonfire and them at the seminar, I die so and so son.
Yes, man.
And the point of some blocking my way.
Right. So now we have a government who explain when UNC win, everybody win. And what I don't hesitate to tell them, nobody is skipping the line.
Yeah.
Yes,
no, but what you're going on, you know, some are there for some to live. So them former contractors and them in the BLM, the time to bury them and what eating lamb blash.
Thank you.
Don't forget all the young supporters and all the activists and them. I look for it.
And it's that, big brother. Thank you much. Thank you much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's funny how KFC reached there. Because when he talk about PNM contractors eating lamb blash and talk about PNM and the supporters, let the truth set me free again today, man. We will continue to speak the truth. Let me hit all the truth. The truth is that the PNM government went before the parliament and they say they implement procurement concerning contracts. To be exact, CPEP contracts. They say the procurement is to make sure that contractors, the same contractors, wasn't used over and over and over. This is what it is the PNM went to the parliament and said they went and procure in 2017. This apparently is their excuse that they assume them looking to win the case because all our we notice in Trinidad and Tobago. Brothers and sisters, I want to bring all it to the facts. If it is the PNM went to the parliament and procure in 2017 that they would monitor the contractors being used, because the conversation is that the criminal elements keep ending up with contracts, especially when PNM is in government. And if PNM say that they noticed something was wrong, well, I feel I didn't listen Faris carefully Monday. I listened him carefully Monday. What Faris did is toss the whole PNM administration under the bus. Funny how Ms. Penelope Beckers didn't address that. So I'm waiting to hear the direction going forward with them and CPEP. By now, if CPEP workers don't understand who have them unemployed, who have them home, who have them before the court, all they need to realize is one contractor will come out, and all they need to understand that is 300 contracts. Listen, 300 contracts they went to renew. And some, what's made the majority of them contractors on 4 and 5 consecutive years, back to back to back to back. That is facts. That is facts. Let the truth be told today, ladies and gentlemen. But that is not where I want to take you today yet. I want to take you to this document in my hand here. See a nice document with a nice emblem and so forth. I want to give all the information on this document. But before I give you the information on this document, I want to give you a breakdown of what a government is consist of. Now, mind me, when you vote in a government, you vote in a government with the responsibility of developing your country. Your government have the responsibility, especially they're supposed to know who is the less fortunate and who is the fortunate. Your government's supposed to have a vivid picture. Now, mind me, the United National Congress with the Coalition of Interests. You notice TPP said they're starting the budget consultation next week. So, the United National Congress with the Coalition of Interests understand the only way that we could govern Trinidad and Tobago in an efficient way, we must understand who is the less fortunate, what them need. We must understand what the businessman need. We must understand especially what each and every sector need to navigate as a country. Now, mind me, the government that we elected in, Ms. Kamla Persad, Bissessa, and her cabinet, because she was given the authority, the responsibility to pick the cabinet. Now, let me be real and reasonable. While Ms. Kamla Persad, Bissessa install her cabinet, for some strange reason, when you hear your minister local government talk, you could check back years before, that is she passion. When you listen, your minister Homeland Security talk, check back years before, is his passion. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this call. Blessed afternoon, caller.
Yes, brother Felix, my small brother.
Talk to me.
Yeah, well, I happened to listen to Penny yesterday, right? Making some foolish statements. And here's some of our utterances.
Yeah.
UNC making false promises in their first 100 days. And I answer him for one time, right? UNC making false promises in their first 100 days. Now, listen to me. They get rid of property tax.
Yeah.
That's not false.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you. The numeric.
No increase in utility bills, whether it's Piantec or WASA.
Yeah.
No increases. That's false.
Right. Huh? You right.
And then the other one here is PNM must take credit for the Exxon Mobil deal.
Yeah.
What nonsense is that? They were there for 9 years and 8 months.
Yes.
Right? And they concentrated on the drug and gas. didn't have time with Exxon Mobil. You know what took place then?
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump won the election.
Ah.
And the dragon just died.
Ah.
So they had to run to Exxon Mobil. But they didn't make no meaningful negotiation. But this new government came in and did that.
Yeah.
So it come like a man has a car to sell. I go on to see it. A plane asking around, I not interested. Somebody else come and see the car, make a good deal. That's what we went to do.
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah.
Isn't that so?
Yes.
Right. And then she made another statement. 50,000 people lost their jobs in 3 months.
Yes.
Felix, Mr. Felix,
Yeah.
10,000 people lost their jobs. Multiply that by 3 months to get 50,000.
Yeah.
What kind of wool she's trying on me here, right? 10,000 people can't be 30,000 people lost their jobs. Then if that's the case, if 600 and something thousand people lost their job in sector train alone,
Thank you.
whether direct or indirectly, if you multiply by every month, there's millions of jobs lost. Isn't that so?
Yes, sir.
These people can't be for real, you know.
Is a
And
set comedian by.
Yes, I could do much good, you know, but I don't have more brilliant people than I am.
Yeah.
But I could do much good. So 10,000 people can't be 30,000 people. It's
Thank you.
10,000 people that lost their job.
Thank you.
So I mean, let us think. We have to be critical thinkers in this world, you know.
Yes.
And you're fooling people with that. And you know the media didn't ask them a question. The so-called media, not they printed it as news.
They're asking the right questions.
No. But good job, my brother. Good job.
Thank you much. Thank
Give
you much.
them.
Thank you much. You know what going on here? Truth will set you free. This is an PNM platform, right? So you don't try to feel you could come around your school and talk about your school trying to control over. Your school understand exactly what's going on here. Aiden. Yeah. This let the truth be told. Fix that problem there for me. Find that person there for me. But while we at it, let the truth set you free. Your school you don't beat up. Let me deal with them. Yeah, look for let the truth set you free. Let me talk to let the truth set you free by the time I'll try to sort them out there. Bless good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. I see we reach the 500 mark. So I say bless good afternoon and thank you very much for the continuous love and the support. So while I didn't sort out the truth will set you free, let me get to this piece of document here. What I have here is a document from the Land Management Division Commissioner of Land, of State Land. Right? This is the piece of document that I have here. Right? And this document, thank you much. This document, the person who received this receive a next one. Now here the heights of this. Let me get the information from this document here. Now the PNM had everybody interest at heart, right? The PNM was actually supporting the people. The PNM happened to be the government that knew everything that had to be governed. Matter of fact, in some person's conversation, the PNM always had Trinidad and Tobago interest at heart. So let me explain to you right down in point 14 here, the poor representation of the PNM. Now mind me, this is literally the 7th case like this I am dealing with. This is literally the 7th case like this I am dealing with. The first letter was distributed in October 30th, 2023. This was under the stewardship. Mr. Kennedy Richards Jr. was the member of parliament for point 14 at that time. And this second letter was distributed January 30th, 2025. Right? Let me take this call before I get down into this conversation. Blessed afternoon, caller. Caller, you hear us? Blessed afternoon. Blessed good afternoon. Blessed afternoon, you hear us?
Yeah, no, Mr. Felix.
Loud and clear, big brother.
All right, here we're going on, right? Our calling concerning this whole stand your ground legislation, right?
Talk to me.
Now, here is the situation with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need some proper reform with this whole FUL process.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, before they go into this whole stand your ground legislation.
They did say that.
Because this whole thing with this FUL thing is a money making thing and it have real corruption in the whole process.
Right.
And I want to explain in a little bit in detail because listen to what I'm going to tell you, right?
Yeah, man.
I have a person that applied for a firearm
Mm-hmm.
in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm working in a family business. We
Right.
was robbed 4 times. Right?
Oh, God.
I don't live in the same location with my family. I have a separate house.
Right.
So I live in separate. We was robbed 4 times in the business, right? Apply for a firearm.
Partners, hold on. Partners. You hear me?
Yeah.
I want to apologize that your family went through that, big brother, boy. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen to what I'm telling you, right? 4 times you get robbed, eh? Apply for FUL in 2020. Went through the whole process on that Gary. Get through that provisional.
Mm-hmm.
Now they come and change the commissioner. They put in earlier, right? Now, in order for your file to reach anywhere from there, you had to take an attorney. Because Rowley come and say he not approving no firearm because he don't want the country get like the Wild West, right?
Right.
So in order for your file to reach the commissioner now, you have to take an attorney to highlight the situation, to highlight the file, for them to bring it up to them, for them to make a decision.
No, that's a money making thing. That's wrong.
Listen to what I'm telling you, right? I take an attorney, carry them to court. The attorney was aggressive. And because of the aggression of the attorney now, the file went up to the commissioner and the legal team advised the commissioner to deny the application. Right? Now they deny the application now and they send me some kind of reason about, oh, I not owning the company and I never get, my life not in no danger. But here the situation, right? It's a family-owned business. So suppose they decide to target my children now to get back at my family, for them to pay some kind of ransom now to get back my children. What are you supposed to do then, Mr. Felix? You tell me now. You see the police and them though. You see the police and them in this country. There is too much of corruption. They don't think. And once people start to go at them aggressive, they just start to blank people now for no reason. If you see the reason, I could show you that letter.
Kola, let me tell you a problem right there. Let me tell you a problem right there. Come off of the police for a second. Let me tell you a problem right there. You see Rowley explaining that he don't want everybody to get a gun because Trinidad and Tobago go turn like the Wild West.
Right.
You see that there? That is one of the laziest excuses that was distributed when it comes to this FUL thing. Now, mind me, now I is a Trinbagonian citizen, and you don't even have to be a Trinbagonian citizen. You don't even have to be a part of politics to understand where you coming from. You telling us here today, correct me when I start to go wrong, Kola? You're telling us that your family have a business. You also explained to us that your family have been robbed 4 times. And you have enough sense to know, that you're living in this country and you're trying to educate your children. And on top of that, you is a member of that family. So you have enough sense to know that your children could be a target.
And all of we working in the business.
And everybody working in the business. So that means on weekend and all kind of thing, the children, everybody are wrong. And then people still blank all you that license.
Right, understand what I'm trying to tell you now. And now to go and appeal that now. The least amount charging is $10,000 to go and appeal that from a separate attorney now. You have to pay them now to go and appeal that now. For you to try and see if you can get through, to go through the appeal board. And from where you're hearing from the outside now, is that the appeal board, they don't overrule the commissioner ruling. So where's the point that you're going to spend that money for? I leave it there so. Or what I am calling on the Prime Minister to do today, and here what they're telling you now, right? They're telling you now that when it is you go now, you have to reapply now for FUL. So I had to go through that whole process. And listen to me, right? When the file come and went in the hands of the High Court, the police did an investigation. When I now send in the file, they come, they check the house to make sure it have a safe to store the firearm.
Right.
They come back again 2 years and a half after to check back the house to make sure it have a safe, to make sure it have a firearm. For the file to go to the commissioner, but she to deny that. Now I had to go through all that process. They make it time for the money you had to spend to go and get eye examination, to get a psychiatric evaluation, to go and do a medical, to go and do a COC, to go and do a certificate of competence. A certificate of competence alone is $1,500.
Yeah.
They make it time for the money you spending. Them just see that file there and say, hey, he's so and so. And watch me. Let me tell you something, Mr. Felix. I'm saying as plain as I is.
Mm-hmm.
The family and company that I represent, there's no UNC supporters.
Right.
I'm telling you that flat out. So I don't know if that had a part to play.
Obviously,
Why I was denied.
Let me tell you something. Listen, I tell you, I from Point 14. People down in Cedrus, because Cedrus is predominantly UNC, didn't get water. Partner, I think a firearm license. Them people and them, if they blanket water, I don't think a firearm license they wouldn't blanket. They will blanket that too. Here what had to happen.
True, it's true.
Here what had to happen. We're listening to you now because you in the position, and obviously it have other people in that same position. So I don't know if it is you have some recommendation that we could bring forward to the government in a respectful way. You go ahead and talk better so that we don't have to go wrong now.
Let me tell you what I want to happen, right? You see
me.
this whole stand your ground legislation?
Yeah.
I in support of that 100%. But what I am asking the government if they could do, check through all the files that was denied on that earlier after Gary.
Yes.
Listen, I don't want them to approve the file just when I'm starting.
Check through.
Do a fair review on everybody's file.
Yes.
That is all I asking for. Fair review. If it is you see that I am deserving of a firearm based on the situations that we in, no problem.
Right.
If you come and you say no, I still glad with that because at least I know it could be a fair decision now. That is all I asking for. You know?
Let me just add
don't come and blank file.
Let me just add something to you before you go. To start with, I want to apologize to your family for experiencing that, but I want to keep it real with you at the same time, right? That man tell Trinidad and Tobago that he didn't want Trinidad and Tobago to become like the Wild Wild West. At the same time, they were paying bloggers to blog on social media. And while the bloggers was blogging, they tell the bloggers that PNM make sure that Indian people are thing in this country. And the bloggers was able to tell people jump over Indian people fence. Listen, they didn't just tell them jump over people fence, you know. Jump over Indian people fence. Run up in Indian people house and take the thing. So if you set your people loose against Indian people, you wouldn't want Indian people to have gun to defend where they own. So understand the position that you was in.
Right? No, it's true. It's true. It's saying. But let me tell you something, right? Before I go, I want to make this clear. The police want the population, the citizens of this country to have faith in the service, to have faith in the police service. But when they're doing people things like this, how they expect to get people respect? How they expect people to have faith in the police service? When it is you doing people things like that, and it's blatant, they're doing it that, you know. It come like, listen, it come like this. It come like if I go and apply for that and I do have a 25,000 to hand somebody in their hand in a brown bag, crap will smoke my pipe. I'm me doing that because if you have something free, once you have all the documentation, that's obviously just go for processing, do your investigation, right? Everything fine, sign off the man thing and let the man go. All I ask the government, sir, is if they could do a fair review on people's files. That's all. That is all I want.
Reasonable.
That is it.
Reasonable.
Right.
Thank you, brother. Listen, caller. I needed to at least call back once a week just to reiterate that because we don't want them to forget too. Although we deal with other issues, we want to get the businessman in a comfortable position too. Too much of businesses get wrong.
That ain't no scene, brother. That ain't no scene. But you know, I just out here I see the program going on, I taking it in. But I want people to understand is the kind of thing that people going through. You're telling people apply, yes, nobody have no problem. That have all documents attached to it already. Why you gonna make a man reapply for? Why you doing some of that for? That's spite, boy. That's spite. You can't do people that. You can't expect it. You can't expect to get people respect and treat them like that. Respect is earned, it's not given.
Thank you.
People need to understand that.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Felix, you enjoy your day, man.
Bless man. Thank you very much for that contribution, caller. Bless, good afternoon, caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Caller, I want to apologize here because when I reached back in last night, I realized that you called a lot yesterday. I apologize for that.
That is small thing, man. But you know, I'm grateful for all the way you try to help me with anything now. It didn't work out, but by God's grace, God understanding.
Lovely.
Understand? So I just called to highlight what is the topic you're on today.
Well,
One topic or many different.
Well, you could just touch on where you're touching. I'm looking to touch on our land topic right now, but you go ahead. What we talking?
Yeah, my topic I really want to touch on since yesterday I wanted to call. I give all respect to Kamla Persad, our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Because I ain't not peeking in the forum now, the Monday night.
Monday night, yes, boy.
This lady is something else. God really bless this lady.
Yes.
But telling you, when the woman talk from she heart and seen is the heart your man talking from. And you have to lead somewhere. And which part in this country you ever see anybody lead? Like how this man lead them right
Talk now, boy.
Which Prime Minister?
What's that? The man doing so good. The man had Indian people walking with the chest high and African walking with the chest high too, you know. That ain't no easy task, you know.
Boy, I'm telling you something. This lady really uniting the country is only the PNM trying to divide and by this race thing. They're talking about race. Paris is a black man. Parliament Boot is a black man. These people is black people. Come now, man. Let me be real.
Come on, man.
There's a mixture, everything that all the country. When we go in our buses, everybody in the bus.
Yes, man.
And that this race thing, me doesn't buy into that. Right? I telling you honestly, when you sit down and watch the whole thing, PNM they don't realize what's going on. They're trying to hold on to straw. They don't want nothing to hold on, so they're just looking to stay alive. They come like a drowning and they want to stay alive.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then you remember a long time they tell you, a dog crossing a bridge, and when you're watching the water, you have a bone in your mouth. You see a small bone.
Yeah.
And you got the one in your mouth, and you dive in the water, that's what the PNF is there. That's what them is right now. Nobody had them to study. And I just talk to people out there in the and I talk out there.
Right.
And real people right now, as I tell you, they are real who. They are people who I know. They don't know who at all. Right now, things are tough there.
Right.
But everybody just waiting. I see things won't happen until the budget read.
Yeah.
The budget have to read. With my PNF budget running on. You understand? And the money they finish, that you have to go back and get till September.
Budget review, yes.
I see this morning, I watch on the TV, I seen some CPEP workers, I know PNM put them up, I go 7 of them. They go on and saying if the government want them beg and this, that, and the other, and all kind of things.
If the government want them to beg?
Yeah, that is on YouTube. I watch up on YouTube. There's somewhere they went this morning by some social welfare or something, and they tell them they blank them or some kind of thing. You understand? So the bottom line be anything, brother. I just praise and thank all you do that well stuff. And one of the reasons I tell you do that job, I'm telling you that because God anoint you to do God anoint you to where you do right now, Richard.
Thank you,
brother. And I appoint man. But I used to live, I used to go in the back and catch crab and stand up.
What you saying?
You understand?
Yes,
I used to live. Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
I went to school at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, there's a good one, and may God bless you and keep you always, you and your family.
Thank you much, big brother.
I ain't get through the surgery. But I'm doing the surgery on the 20th, next week, Wednesday.
All right.
You know, by God's grace.
By God's grace.
But you stay good and stay strong, man. And as the program go along, I home today, so if there's anything, I will call and still put in my little input.
Thank you much, big brother. Thank you much. Thank you much.
Yeah, man, love you.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And ladies and gentlemen, I call her in talk, he preach. The caller preach. Again, it is our responsibility to continue to mind our business. I tell you, we in this and we in this with unity. I could repeat this again. Miss Kamla Persad says, I have we Indian brothers and sisters walking with the chest up high in Trinidad and Tobago, and also have African walking with the chest up high in Trinidad and Tobago. Syrian a little vexed with me, but oh God, they turn the African against the Indian. Chinese man and all they watching on don't get no harass. But they turn the African against the Indian man in this country. And here every creed and race find an equal place. Our responsibility is to hold on to the facts. We watching Chinese grocery all over the place and then picking up with the signs. Ain't picking up with the signs. Chinese people don't hang with, don't have no money. Syrian people don't hang around losers. They have prosperity in Trinidad and Tobago. But we have to continue to have the right governance. Ladies and gentlemen, the PNM government was successful. Now, mind me, this we get into it. But let me tell you something here. Look, my boy Freeport calling. Freeport, bless afternoon before I go in this conversation.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Blessings to you, boy.
Blessings to you.
Lord, I want you to take care of Ovin.
Yes, man.
Give him health and strength to
Amen.
continue. Boy, I come here with a pack, but like it changed a little bit.
Doctor.
This is why the other I tell you off the air.
Mm-hmm.
It have a Trinidad and Tobago police service and it have a PNM police service.
Yes.
And the same thing with the generation. Same thing.
Yeah.
Right? But before I forget,
Mm-hmm.
let me congratulate Mighty K and Miss Santa Cruz. Although I am Miss Santa Cruz, we had differences, but somebody that was in the trench together with us.
Yes.
I congratulate them.
Yes,
So,
man.
right. Now, let me start up. I want to tell Miss Penny Beckles, because what happened, apparently, they sent somebody on holiday. And Miss Penny Beckles telling the government, instead of send people on holiday, study what they're missing and what they want. But Penny was there. How you didn't know there was missing things and they wanted things?
That's why I'm saying. Them had all the paperwork, all the documentation, all the resources, that everything.
Everything. How now you know the people that wanted things? I can't understand this with PNM, boy. And coming to Mr. Karim Marcel.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Karim Marcel, you're big, you're strong, you have a big mouth. But here what happening? You're only using the repetition a love until. You are bad. You are bad, right? And everything is war, war, war. But you don't have no education. I don't know how you happen to be. How you happen to be a lawyer.
I hope that you see the video when they had Fitzgerald Hines running out of Lavantil. I hope you see the video. I hope you see the video.
And one day he could have to run out of Lavantil
Partners
because he's doing nothing.
By local government, he would be jogging out of Lavantil. By local
right?
government, Hans would be zigzagging in Deco Martin.
All he preaching is war, war, war. Just imagine the rest of people trying to bring this country together, and all you want is still keep it separated from African and Indian.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that. And now we're coming to Mr. Faris Alwari.
You know
Alwari.
Why? Let me tell you why. You know why? You know why they want African to merge with Indian people? Because Indian people go tell you, listen, when we liming, we liming. But when we working, we working. We can't mix the two because we must own things in life. So if enough Indian people start to talk to African people and African people start to own things, they know when PNM keep a meeting, it will continue to look like the Tuesday meeting. You see how that 30 people in a building and boasting about how much people that had it? As people start to feel empowered, it's empowered people who vote for UNC, you know. April 20th.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
UNC didn't have to utilize CPEP and threaten nobody. And if you ain't come out and make up numbers, it's independent, motivated people who came out and vote for the UNC. So that is why it's shocking me that some of them starting to waver in the conversation and complain that CPEP are working.
Well, before I go to Faris Alwari, everybody who talking about CPEP, yes, I agree. They had a bread when the day come. Now they lose it because of the wrongdoing at the PNM. But tell me something. Who feeling sorry for the people and them who couldn't get a CPEP or URP work and had to pick up bottle and do all kind of a job to live? Who's feeling sorry for these people? Nobody. Only CPEP, URP. That's all they're studying. When they closed down Petrotrin and Caroni Greens and all about, where was bringing in money to this country, nobody talk about them.
That was a valuable conversation.
And Mr. Faris Alwari is only 3 months you're out of power. So all them big grass in San Fernando West was under your time. You didn't take care of the place.
For real.
And I want you to tell me, I want you to tell the country, how long now all you're doing that job down, that beautification job on the waterfront? How much years now?
Talk to me.
And now here we saying, when Kadisha Amin and Barry Padarat saying the life threatened, he life threatened too. Who threatening his life? We never heard that before. And look, they're doing a piece of job in a river by the children hospital. Must be about 3-4 years that going on and they can't finish. I don't know. They could only start job and they can't finish it. And that piece of highway, I don't know if you ever pass up on this side, going down the highway before you meet Petrotrin and have a landslip there.
Yeah. Report.
It's three different contractor.
Yeah.
Finish that job.
What I like with it.
And the first contractor they put on that job don't have no equipment to do landslip. They rent a crane from my boss. And about 2 or 3 days, somebody from the ministry come and say that crane too heavy. And they bring a bigger crane than the crane that my boss had to do the part of the job. Sorry.
Hey.
And now they had was to get Junior Sammy to finish the job because Ricky Ragunana, the plyboard man with the US dollar in it, couldn't handle them kind of job.
Thank you.
So why in the first place, why you didn't bring Junior Sammy there or left the first contractor? Because I used to work with them, we could have handled that job.
Yeah.
But you bring your PNM supporter who don't know nothing. And I would like somebody to find out from them what was the cost to finish that job, because it went over a long period of time.
We go find out.
Everything about them is corruption. Everything. PNM in corruption. So let me give somebody else a chance.
Thank you much.
So you take care.
Yes.
Have a blessed day.
Yes, same to you. Only let me hold the phone line for a second. I just say thank you very much to Freeport. Let me get let me give you what this have on this document here. This is a document from the Ministry of Agriculture and Land and Fishery, the Land Management Division, Commissioner of State Land. Right? The conversation is, I hope just for peace sake, well, anyhow, you ain't seen power, so we just try to fix the problem. A notice of delivery up to the process of state land. I, the undersigned, so authorized under 6 of the State Land Act, Chapter 57(1), as amended the Act, do hereby give you notice to deliver up the possession of the parcel of state land situated at the above described address. You are now unlawfully in possession of without any possible claim or pretense of title. You are required within 7 days, 1 week of the date herein, to cease illegally occupying of state land. Listen to the conversation, A 20-foot by 24-foot incomplete wooden structure. Listen to the information I'm giving you, because I have 2 documents here. So I'm giving you the information. You are required within 7 days, 1 week of the date herein, to cease illegally occupying of state land. The size of house that they put is a 20-foot by a 24-foot incomplete wooden platform on approximately 1 lot of land. Listen to the information. On approximately 1 lot of land situated at the set number in Spring Trace, Warden Road, Point 14. Further, take note of listen what I explain now. They are coming to demolish the illegal structure and will take action against the occupant. This is one. This one is from 2023. Now, I hope you catch the information that I explained to you today. This is the Land and Settlement Commissioner of State Land writing to somebody in Spring Trace. I just told you, I deal with 7 this already. This is number 8. This one is from 2003. Now, let me give you 2025 information. 2025 information, I do understand, so authorized under Section 6 of the State Land Act 57(1). Same information, other. You are required within 14 days, the first time, with a wooden structure, to give them 7 days. Now, listen to this one here. Within 14 days of the date herein to remove your structure. Now, further take notice, if you fail to refuse to cease illegally occupying, listen it, illegally occupying or remove the illegal structure. Listen to the measurement of the illegal structure and listen to the material of the illegal structure. The illegal structure information is a 20 foot by 20 foot incomplete concrete structure on state land located at Spring Trace, Warden Road, Point 14. Now, the demolition team and legal action will be taken pursuant to Section 20 and 1 of the State Land Act. Ladies and gentlemen, my responsibility now is to bring some explanation to you with what I'm dealing with this here. This is the same person. Caller, you got to call back. This is the same person who received a letter in 2023 to remove a wooden structure on a piece of land that they already had the comfort for. Right? So that one. And in 2025, they send back a letter given 14 days now. In 2023, they give them 7 days. In 2025, they give them 14 days to remove a 20 by 20 concrete structure. Now, my responsibility, because I'm sure in your mind, you want to know, Irvin, well, what the hell that had to do with we here today? Thank you for asking, ladies and gentlemen. This same matter, signed by the same chairman, same matter, they came in 2023. 2023, the PNM in government assess the land. Now, mind me, the man I did a comfort because I will receive did a comfort around the same time. Assess the land. Tell the man that he had to break down his place. Now, mind me, PNM government in charge, whether it's LSA, whether it's Petrochin, whether it's state land, whether it's private land, whether it's who land, the information must be somewhere in the government. So here the position this person come and end up with here. After the government come in 2023 and assess his land, send a letter stating that the 20 by 24 wooden structure, wooden platform, approximately take up 1 lot of land situated in Spring Trace. After they came and asked that man to break down the property, listen what this man ended up doing. This same man went with the same address to the same government who writing this same letter, apply for a grant from the same government who give him the same letter. Get you with the grant. Listen now. You notice I tell you that it was a 20 by 20, a 20 by 24 wooden structure. Now, while the government waiting for him to break down the wooden structure in the back of Spring Trace, which he already have a deed of comfort for, they give him a grant to build a 20 by 20 concrete structure. They give him a grant to build a 20 by 20 concrete structure. And the same government that asked him to break the house, which is the same government that give him the grant to build a house, is the same government telling the man that they're coming to break the concrete structure, that they give him the money to build. Now, I need somebody somewhere around the world, somebody somewhere around Trinidad and Tobago, to break down this piece of dotishness here for me. Because this here is incompetence to the fullest. This is blatant a government not minding its business. Now mind me, brothers and sisters. The only reason why I ain't have a copy of the man contract because the man got a contract from the government for being on the land too, you know. The man have a contract, a signed contract from the government that he's authorized to be there. And them send back in 2025 if these people that win the election. So you know what this show me here? Plenty of all you who was receiving contracts under the PNM. You know what they show me here? Plenty of all you will receive land under the PNM. You know what they show me here? Plenty of all you will receive grant under the PNM. Based on this piece of document here, same person, same location, different house. They come and meet at board house. Threaten the man with a deed of comfort in the hand to break it down. And then the man apply for a grant right under Kennedy. All this take place under Kennedy stewardship. You know? Now, mind me, ladies and gentlemen, I told all you, this is the 8th matter like this I dealing with down by me. Lower down Spring Trace by me. A PNM man and one of my partner fall out. He gone to LSA. And LSA give the man a notice to break the house and move. That is how PNM was functioning. And when I brought it up in a cottage meeting in PNM, Kennedy act like he didn't have a clue. The same young fella, when they're looking for votes, they're coming to pick them up to carry the vote. When the young fella reach out to them and say, hey, look, the government right now tell me they're looking to break my house in 14 days. In 14 days, and I have my deed of comfort. You know what he tell me? Even that can happen. When I give him the letter from the government, just like how we have evidence here. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Blessed day, Brother Felix, and to all the listeners.
Bless afternoon. Bless
Brother
afternoon.
Felix, what you just now read there is no surprise to me, brother. In Grandy here, the government do a survey. The highway that they build, right, is supposed to run through a village here in Grandy. Before the highway was himself built, they did a survey and told a whole group of people, do not build because they have development to take place here, and they map out exactly which part the highway is supposed to run, and they told the people and them do not build. Brother Felix, between last year, early last year, and coming straight up to the elections, people, well, government come and do the survey, they pass around, they tell people exactly whatever. People continue to build.
Yeah.
But on top of that, the government built about 7 houses, give grants, 7 houses, which fall in the direct line of where the highway is supposed to build, come through. Yeah, I'm telling you, when I see the houses, I like, but wait now, do you know? After asking a person who do the survey, they say, well, I don't know what's going on, but all of these houses and them had to move. And government gave loans for people to build those houses in the direct vicinity of which part this highway is supposed to run. So I don't know. I do not know if they change plans, if they think, but the highway that coming off from which part it end in Grandy, that had to go to Toko. So I don't know no other change of plans.
Thank you.
But 7 houses is not have gotten money to improve and to expand and to build new houses.
Yeah.
Government grants in that same vicinity. It's madness. The whole thing is madness, and I agree with the Prime Minister. If you want change, sit down, relax, let we do this thing properly.
Let we do it the right way.
Let we do it the right way.
Yeah.
Or they sit back, relax.
Yeah.
If all they're fine or they're waiting too long, all right, go to look. She read the right act. And the MP, not the MP, the let's call the next one the councillor, this councillor for area sent out that they invited members of the community to come and sit down and talk with him.
Right.
Riot Act read, people start to do their work.
Yes. Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So sometimes you can't vex today, sometimes you fall asleep on the job. And you need a little waking up.
You need a shake
So
up.
she wake them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wake them up and let me get this thing going. This thing is bad. This corruption is bad. This corruption is deep. And my brother TC and them.
Yeah.
Let me tell, and I want to give you some advice, brother. Now you're on YouTube, right? YouTube have laws, right? So when you call us and I'm calling, make sure that you update them with the YouTube laws, that you don't break the YouTube policy so you can get put down.
Right.
So remind your callers and them, they ain't have none so far, but in future,
Yeah.
you know, it might have a person coming in to shut you down in ship clothing.
Yeah.
So make sure that you outline the policies that you can't say this, you can't do this, you can't refer to this, so that you will protect the integrity and the longevity of your business, because you're running on a platform that you don't control, right? So you have to work with the people and them policies, number one. And number two, there's something that I've noticed with TC and Heavy and M program. And I want to bring it to your attention as well, because I want to see a little in longevity. When I started to watch TC and Heavy, not too long after, they had informed the people about a certain 1% of people who run in the country, who had different businesses and running the country. Not too long after that, they will offer I1M station. I don't know if that is the real thing, but they know how deep pockets are.
Yeah.
Not too long after, they will offer I1M station. They did the same thing on this new channel.
Yeah.
And not too long after, they were totally shut down. So now you can't go back to see the video to remind yourself who are these deep pockets that running the whole show.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? And I've noticed that trend. I don't know if they noticed it as well.
Well, it's a good thing you bring it up. So I hope brothers and sisters who listen.
That's right. There are deep pockets within this country that do not dirty their hands. There are people to dirty their hands for them, so you never trace it back to them. Make sure, please callers, please participants, make sure you use your words correctly.
Yeah.
Make sure we respectable on the station, keep the emotion in check, and keep the facts coming. Have a blessed day, brother.
Thank you much. Thank you much, big brother. So while we are today, it's only fair that I run something for you one time, because again, better we just keep it factual. And this is what we supporting, this is what we endorsing. So let me go and see what's going on, man.
Tobago, ladies and gentlemen of the media included, Oleka find that out. How does a government hire as a lawyer the man who is being sued for money in theft and bribery and legal fees kickback? How? Is it the same way last night in the 100-day celebration, Jack Warner was in the front row of the UNC crowd?
This is my problem with Faris Alwari. Faris Alwari, you continue to bring it personal. So this is my responsibility to bring it back to you a little personal. Because everything we ask you ain't answering, but for some strange reason, you know all what UNC is supposed to do. You know how corrupt UNC is, and on top of that, it seems to me like you have a fetish for Mr. Jack Warner. So my responsibility here, we public, we up here, we are over 600 brothers, so we brothers and sisters that is up, all a blessed good afternoon. Right? So again, Jack Warner continue to sit with the United National Congress. My responsibility, I continue to explain to people. We don't hide from the truth. Yes, Mr. Jack Warner and Ms. Kamla Persad fall out, no problem with that. Who and who don't fall out? Who and who when they fall out don't tell people disrespectful thing. But we responsibility is to look at the actions when reality, when things happening. For some strange reason, they take Ms. Kamla Persad Or they tell me she don't like African, eh? Or they tell me she using African, and we as African who supported Ms. Kamla Persad, and Mr. Ernesto Kiza down in Point 14 here, who is lick bottom African. That is all the conversation, no problem. Right? So while all continue to market that, Ms. Kamla Persad, all the Indian chiefs understand that the murder rate in having Trinidad and Tobago, she could be the biggest Hindu or the biggest Baptist. That murder rate is a problem. For some strange reason, Jack Warner could be one of the biggest Indian or one of the biggest African. The murder rate is a problem. For some strange reason, the average citizen who have basic common sense understand that the murder rate is a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be real and reasonable. When you fall out, there are people that look at that. My responsibility is when things happen is the actions that take place. This is where we just find out who care about the nation, you know. Today we would have find out Mr. John Jeremy given the opportunity to be the Attorney General, knowing that he qualified. We are taking that now away from Mr. Munilal and Anaram Logan. You need to know your place if it is you look at them as duns fellas and as losers. Them fellas and them bad like that and they good like that too. But at the end of the day, if Mr. John Jeremy, when given the opportunity, they'd say, no, it's a PNM. Well, then, the level of conversation that we supporting and what we endorse, and we Trinbagonian citizens first. Before we PNM and UNC, we Trinbagonian citizens first. Where you can't vex with me with. You can't vex with me because the United National Congress, when you look at the history, go back from Pan, they come straight up to Ms. Kamala. It seems to be the only government in the past decades that actually have a heart for all the people of Trinidad and Tobago. That blatant facts. Faris Awari continuing to bring up conversation about Jack Warner. He wouldn't tell you where they disrespect Mr. Warner. He didn't tell you when the African president was coming to Trinidad and Tobago. We're talking about the United States' first president. They wouldn't tell you that Jack Warner played an instrumental role. They wouldn't tell you that the man come down when PNM was in power. They wouldn't tell you that they disrespected Mr. Warner since then. And Mr. Warner could understand, if a man of my magnitude, I meet queens and kings, and on top of that have enough sense when it's time to retire, come back home in my own country. Whether you say a thief or not, you could say what you want. The Heights is when it's time to retire, I come home in my own country. And I didn't come home and go up on the hills and hide away. I came home and I played a part. I helped build roads. How much people in PNM who been represented for the longest could say they helped build roads? Jack Warner worked so hard, he even tried to bring the PH man who hustling. He tried to bring him legal so that the police will be aware exactly what taken place. Look, my boy KFC calling. KFC, let's good afternoon. Talk to me.
Oh, my brother.
What's going
on again, Mr. Felix?
Yes, man.
Mr. Felix, Monday there was pan day, right?
Yeah.
But at the pan street is square, I don't cool. Everything I yellow down then.
Yeah.
I represent because I'm feeling proud. So I'm gonna be the Honorable Kamla Persad sister and the minister from down on your side. Which name is that again?
Down on my side.
Miss Benjamin, the Honorable Miss Benjamin.
Right.
So when PNM ran
Benjamin.
more like she organized, I set up people to come to Taboo, the Honorable Prime Minister and the Culture Minister.
Let me tell you something. You see them
Because
people
she was there.
You see them people.
She was there for the last 9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember Mr. Felix, she was there for the last
Yeah.
9 years. She hug up and kiss up with Rowley.
Yeah.
Take the piece of land.
Yeah.
And send down licensing office down
Yeah.
there. You know the talk now, I listened to a PNM talk show, PNM program, I-95.4 this morning. You know the talk they're pushing now? For 2015 to 2025. What the former government do to give land to African people.
What did it?
Them not having that conversation.
What they do?
Nothing. Not even a piece of land they give for the last 9 years, Mr. Felix. nothing for emancipation, there's nothing at all. And Rowley going on a platform and see disappointing African people.
Yeah. And remember, he boasts to all the criminals is African too. So Rowley, them know what they do. Them know where they put the seasoning.
When the Honorable Kamla Persad sister tell Rowley when she was in opposition, see what take place in East-West corridors. Who concerned voting, you look how lapidated it is.
Thank
look
you.
How the place, look my brother Wall Street. He wanted the penny bank down there to flip black African youths. Rowley and them break down the building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not taking the man. So Mr. Phillips, we just watching the nasty, evil, dirty games and Faris Harry.
Yeah.
I live in life with you.
Thank you much, big brother.
Bless.
Yes, man. Yes, man. KFC say the best. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I was telling all you. It have places that our government will go. It have things that they will have to participate in. And it have people who are losers in this country, the PNM. Them have a structure of losers. So this is why I'm telling all you on a daily basis. Don't wait when you bounce up Miss Khadija page. Don't worry, she mightn't be in your electoral district. You bounce up on Nesto page. You bounce up Miss Kamala page, Mr. Buru page, Padarat page. Let us support and endorse our brothers and sisters that is representing us in Trinidad and Tobago. When them tune in and they put up content, they must understand that their people see it. Ladies and gentlemen, the only how we don't let the views be 9,000 views and no likes. Let us like and encourage our own people. Oh, good. Caller, you got to call back. Sorry. Because this is what taking place in this country here. I'm not depending on PNM to support my government. I hope all the PNM persons stay in a corner. I hope that they sit down and wait for PNM for if they end up coming back in office. Because I am telling you, the PNM will no longer be a part of constructive conversation in this country. They have shown that their interest is not for people. They have shown that they are a racial organization. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, Mr. Felix.
Talk to me.
I call again. I want to know my name as Charlieville, right? This is for who call about the FPL situation.
Yes, man. Talk to me, Charlieville.
Right. Now hear this, right? You're talking about Jack Warner. I want to make something clear to the people at Trinidad and Tobago, right? You see when Jack Warner was the MP for Shogunas West, it had nobody never fit that man's shoes to fix Shogunas West like he. That man come through and let me tell you this straight as I could say. Shogunas West is the East Indian area.
Thank you.
I'm telling you that straight. The Felicity is only Indian.
Let me ask you a question. You is an Indian person?
Correct, yeah.
You concerned who are you sleeping with at all when the day reach?
No, it don't matter to me. Whoever you do is your business.
But aren't you concerned that we deliver a good program and we do it the right way, not so?
Yeah, what wrong with that?
Thank you very much, caller.
Let me tell you something, Felix. You see, facts is what it is bring to people.
Thank you.
And always educate people. That is what we need here.
Yeah.
People who don't know what's going on, or they educating them to make them know what is taking place in the country. That is what we want.
Yes.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? And what I call to tell you is that nobody could walk in Jack Warner's shoes or the MP for Shogunas West.
Yeah.
That man used to open his office 3 o'clock in the morning. Which MP you know does do that?
Well,
and seeing people that hour in the morning.
Mine ain't point doing it too. Mine ain't point doing it now.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, that man fixed the whole of Felicity, the whole of Pierrot, the whole of Charlieville, the whole of Shogunas West.
Thank you.
When he, in that short space of time,
Thank you.
when he was the MP for down here.
Lovely.
And I can tell you something, he could walk in anybody property in Shogunas West here, and they will invite him inside and give you lunch fee and give him something to drink. That's how much people love him in Shogunas West. I can tell you that.
Thank you.
Flat out.
Thank
so
you.
Faris and them could talk anything they want to talk. You see poor people, the people who help poor people like Jack Warner, them go reach somewhere in life. Not Faris and them who study to only enrich themselves and their family. But anyhow, I don't want to take up too much of your time, brother. You enjoy it.
Brother, thank you for that call back and thank you for that testimony and that clarity. Thank you very much. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm okay, and yourself?
Well, good for the while.
All right.
I have a question, boy. I don't know who could answer this question. You remember leading up to the election going there, Faris gave a woman an unfinished house in an area where the houses and them was still under construction. I wonder if she had neighbors yet, boy.
We go find out. We go find out.
And the next thing too, brother, is these people had 10 years to compile evidence to send to the DPP to make people from the UNC get locked up and they never do it.
Thank you.
All of a sudden, all they know talking about it, so what? All they wanted the extra 5 years to lock up who?
To lock up who? Them can't come wrong with that, brother. Let me tell you something. I just fluently talk about EMBD. PNM had 10 years before they win the election. They talk about EMBD. They run through with all the paperwork all the time they in government. Obviously, partners, them cannot confuse us to try to tell we ain't telling you we government perfect. We ain't telling you it's angels and pundits and priests that we put in parliament. But what we telling you is people who care about we. We telling you that the people who made mistakes in the past, they acknowledge it. And they let we know we going forward together. You go ahead, caller.
That is just because what people fail to realize is the Kamla Persad business from 2010 to 2015. The one we have now totally different from the last one. Now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right? All right, man. Let me give somebody else a chance.
Thank you much, caller. Thank you for that contribution. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think based on what it is we get off of this page, I see TK put up here, we use the 705. Thank you very much. And what it is we continue to display here in Trinidad and Tobago. This is why I'm telling all you, I must continue to send out love to Arnold Roberts on a daily basis, despite the task and the responsibility he have. He still understands that it is dependent on him to continue bringing relevant facts on a daily basis. Brothers and sisters, my work is the easiest work. Me I had to add nothing to nothing. I just had to bring the truth and remind you the facts. And the facts is the PNM government is the worst that this country continue to deal with. PNM have no reason to be in opposition today. Michaela Pandey, you responsible for that. Gary Griffith, you responsible for that. I even had to call out Mrs. Takisel Jackson. All you responsible for that. Because all you could have put up a better fight. Come on, man. What all are we dealing with now? All our hands even talking a pack of crap. This next one, Kareem Marshall believe that he's the biggest gangster in Port of Spain. He don't understand that the people up by him looking for representation. Marvin Gonzalez looking like he on coke or crack or some kind of thing. Watch Marvin Condition doing an interview the other morning. I mean, sorry to say, but it's looking good. Miss Penelope Beckers can guess she was right because she and all still looking to see who leading the PNM. Excuse me, why you could ask that question? It's because when Stuarty ready, Stuarty have enough sense to remember that Mr. Rowley already tell he Miss Penelope Beckers is no way in his class or his caliber. Rowley don't clarify that for he. So when Stuarty keeping a press conference, Penelope Beckers have to know she place. You can't be in the venue because your class down here. Rowley don't tell we the value of Africans in this country. Bless day, are you? Rowley don't tell we the value of Africans in this country. So, me, who supporting me UNC? Me. You could tell me, as a Lake Bottom African, my children school of water, the road fixing, my member of parliament updating people. He understand how important it is when we talk. I don't have to be living down Cedros to continue hear the cries that come from Cedros. He understand the responsibility when it comes to the water supply. Cedros on the whole needs to be addressed. Cedros on the whole needs to be uplifted. Cedros on the whole, ladies and gentlemen, listen what I'm telling all you know. is 20-something years and more of neglect in point on the whole. And point on the whole is a PNM area. Don't see dress. PNM can go down there with stupidness. So you could imagine what we brothers and sisters don't see dress have been living through. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Bless good afternoon, brother.
Bless,
here.
bless, how you do? How you do?
I did right, brother. So I feel so good for this 100 days, listening to my leader, you know, talking about the things that they did and the things that they plan to do.
Yeah.
And holding the ministers accountable is my main takeaway. You know?
Yes, man.
People could say what they want, but I could feel the change and I could feel the
difference. You feel the difference in the atmosphere. Yeah.
I could feel the difference in her personality, yeah?
Yeah.
And the Prime Minister, how she dealing with things and how she was in a fiery form on Monday night.
Yes.
Right?
Now she come to
and
work.
a lot of corn mash.
Yes.
A lot of corn mash. Yeah?
Yes, man.
But for the betterment of the country, the corn had to mash. So who don't like that? They can lie down by it with anything they want to.
They can roll over
by it.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, man.
This is what we're dealing with now. This is what we're dealing with. Change don't happen overnight and it don't happen with one. You understand? Now one time everything will happen.
True.
When you had 100 days, I hear Penny talking about some of you will thing and vote for the UNC coming back home. Penny, you stay home. Give you a chance, easy up. You don't nothing with sense, girl. I don't know what to say, but let me be radio friendly. But it went good show.
Thank you much.
Keep it up. Stay the course of the mission.
Yes, man.
Yeah?
Yes, man.
And everything is everything.
Yes.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Who vexed laws? So they did the beginning of the change this country needs.
For real.
Understand?
Yes, man.
All right, Gilbert. Love in the house.
Yes, love in the house, love in the house, love in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me hit all you one on this. Let me hit all you one. A call me. When I will view, I say, you must be up here, but you must be calling the same time because I tell him, I say, now you got to call back to give the people, the callers and them that black. But I ain't see him call yet, so better I give already black one time. He said, Irvin, I want all to take Trinidad and Tobago in a serious position. I said, well, talk to me. He said, now mind me. It's 9.5 years, like 9.5. Well, let me be real. 9 years and 8 months. PNM control Trinidad and Tobago. Bless day. In 9 years and 8 months, PNM was able to borrow $144 billion on the backs of Trinbagonian citizens. PNM couldn't utilize that $144 billion to uplift Trinidad and Tobago, whether it be water, whether it be roads, whether it be education, whether it be infrastructure. They couldn't utilize $144 billion USA to make life easier for Trinbagonian citizens. And after 9 years and 8 months, they left us with a penny. $144 billion US dollars wasn't enough. And they left us today with 1 penny. What that 1 penny is going to contribute to us. Now, mind me, it's not like we get a new penny, you know. We're talking about an old, worn out, beaten up, no respect for penny. They're trying to get Trinidad and Tobago to support. Now, mind me, this same penny. You ever hear the statement, cat got your tongue? Cat got penny tongue? Cat got Marvin Gonzalez tongue? Cat got, ladies and gentlemen, Keith Scotland, you could call the list. Cat had all of them tongue. The former member of parliament for Point 14, Cat had all of them tongue. Today now, their responsibility is to tell Trinidad and Tobago. Now, when they talk Trinidad and Tobago, I just want to clarify for you. When them talk Trinidad and Tobago, when Penny and them talk Trinidad and Tobago, them talking only to African people. So to all the Indian people I saw Tuesday night with a red jersey on, Shame on all you. Shame on all you. When you see that all you don't own nothing. Because all you are wrong them people. Ask them for Juliet Davy to address that statement that she put out in the public domain and social media. Ask them to clarify that. Shame on all you. To all the people in this country who still sit back. Well, it ain't much. It ain't much. But to all you who sit back, and when I see African people in the yellow jersey, and all they bounce you up with the blue jersey with the yellow stripes at the side, and all they see we huddle up with the East Indian brothers and sisters because we understand, yeah, every creed and race finds an equal place. What you telling me? 9 years and 8 months. 9 years and 8 months. Who children they sleep with, who wife they breed, is who they forget. Thank God Cuban boy wasn't supporting PNM, you see? Automatic. Cuban boy, open my business. They want that for nobody else. They want that for nobody. They want that for you. Obviously, with common sense, Cuban boy got to get US to continue updating and upgrading the business. So if you do that, when PNM in power, that is not for you. The US money in Trinidad and Tobago is to do what PNM want to do with it. When the Grocery Association complaining, they don't have US to bring in goods to service the groceries and them. No, the former administration find it fit to invest nearly $1 million in Vybz Kartel concert. That's what they do here in this country. Thing for food, they fully well know that 80% of the food that is consumed in Trinidad and Tobago on a daily, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, is being purchased outside of Trinidad and Tobago. And they rather invest. No, me ain't taking nothing away from Vybz Kartel. You do your thing, brother. You're an international artist, you're a Jamaican artist. So we are come here to fight down no country. We are fighting down no artists. Because we are our own artists. We are our own people who dealing with their own thing. So if Vybz Kartel reach to the point where he could get $1 million a concert, I have to be stupid here in Trinidad and Tobago, knowing fully well I have Marshall Montano, Patrice Roberts, Ravi B, Big Band Karma. We are all different kind of artists in this country. I have to be an idiot to course out for them to not, if they get the opportunity to get $1 million and say, wait, now they're paying Vybz Kartel. No, pay them. But here what you cannot do, you can't take tax-paying money when the Grocery Association asking for US and pay for a concert on behalf of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and the people didn't even know who paying it. They didn't even know who paying it. That former administration is the worst government in the history of the CARICOMs. I'm telling you that comfortably. In the history of the CARICOMs, that administration that just came out of office. The people at Trinidad and Tobago, when Indian people come out of vote, them didn't study race and thing, you know. All them studying is survival. When you see African come out to vote, we didn't come out to vote race. It's survival we vote for. We vote for representation. We vote for leadership. So when you hear people in the when we tell you yellow is the code, accept it. When you see my partner Ravi Figaro down in Point here, drop the video, accept it. When you see Miss Khadija man open she mouth, accept it. Mr. Barry Padarat, only accept it. When you see Mr. Saddam Hussein, Lakram Buru, Clyde Elder, Nestor Raymond Kiza, Khadija Amen. Oh God, we sister Vandana. When you see the UNC and the team outside, accept it. You know why? Because our leader, Ms. Kamla Persad, says that all you say week. You hear what she said? We have a new government in town. And those of all you who in Port of Spain alignment with these corrupt contractors, we on any given day, if you wasn't in the position, they would not be sitting at no table with you. Do the right thing. Do the right thing on that PNM. That thing for promotion. You could pull in a contract and get money under the table. I think for promotion. That is thing for promotion. Are you big up yourself? Are you still at a program to do it? Because I hope that you notice that the African investment team is back in Trinidad and Tobago. And I need you to carry the information back down to Africa. I need you to spread it to the world too. That they take our Indian Prime Minister to understand the value of Africans in this country. It's truth. It's truth. Nobody can dispute that. So let them know down in Africa. Let them know all over the world. When they're telling you that the UNC, the Prime Minister, and the supporters and them racial, they go try to tell you people like, they go try to tell you, that people like Mr. Freeport and them racial. They go try to tell you all the Indian who calling Felix show, they're racial. But where they listen to the words coming out from the Africans' mouth too, that calling the show. What's me? Based on what it is I heard yesterday and I hear it when I walk on the road because I repeat it on the program, is the best representation that African receive in years under the Indian Prime Minister. And I am accepting it. I'm thanking God for it. Freeport, bless God.
But there again, Mr. Felix.
Yes, man.
Well, who want to say I racial? They could say what they want. But here what's going on. 65 years ago, my father crossed the blood.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And now, about 3 of my children did the same thing.
Lovely.
And I have no problem with that. But if something wrong, you say it. And when it's right, you say it.
Yes.
But I want to ask Marvin Gonzalez something. When Rowley was winding up on the little schoolgirl in San Fernando, the Carnival Day, did you see Bangladesh? Did you see Delhi?
Nah,
What did it see, Marvin?
They didn't see that.
No. Only in politics did they see that.
Yeah.
And every time I see African people on WhatsApp dancing and singing to Indian music, I just ask Marvin, Marva, you see this? Look, people from India and Delhi.
Thank you.
It has some young boys. Was playing Tassa. I asked him the same question. Yeah. But you see, the way them just get on, they want to discourage the people of this country from joining
and collaborating with
parties together.
Yes, that was saying is truth.
So if you like, all right, you is African. If you like Indian music, what's wrong with that? If I like an African woman or something, what's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that, partners.
But them alone could like what they want.
Yeah.
But we to the outside here cannot do that.
Yes.
And the people who talking about Jackwana was one of the best works minister that ever passed through this country. And after the other guy, I can't remember his name right now, who take over, they did a good job. I don't know where Rowley find Rohan Sinanan to put him in charge. Works. Them fellas know nothing about works.
But
they know nothing.
Dance.
All them know is about Tiffin, boy. Look, I see somebody put up that road they build in that highway they build in Sandy Grande. It have an existing drain. They put a next drain to the side of that. So you have a twin drain. But the second drain, the water going to nowhere.
Yeah.
And they open that highway. So these people ain't thinking. They're thinking probably all of them dunce.
That is what going
dunce
on.
To whatever they do.
That is the truth right there.
Because even Rowley, the people he chose as the rest ministers and things.
Yeah.
All of them dunce, boy. Nobody can make a proper contribution, much less to do some work properly. Always something halfway, and now they asking the UNC, we want this and we want that. All the time pass to ask any questions, so you shut up.
Thank you.
You take care.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And just the co-sign with Freeport saying, and this is what I continue telling people in this country, UNC and the coalition of interests with the support of TPP in Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, the UNC and everybody have, Fali and them have their advisors, they have their supporters. So if something had to be done, if something wrong in Point 14, my responsibility is to get them a member of parliament, whether it be violence, whether it be a bridge fall down, whether it be school some upliftment, whatever it is, my responsibility is to get it to the member of parliament. When I tell you all you, it's decades of neglect Point 14 dealing with. Well, you need to understand. So when it is you tune into some PNM areas and you listen to a former Minister of Education who in her tenure listened to 9-10 budgets, listen to all these budgets, and get the opportunity to be the Minister of Education and couldn't refurbish one school. It is ironic and embarrassing to see this African sister stand up and explain and put it to people in this country. Listen, after promoting all that racialism, when we was talking and telling them, hey, nobody, we Indian brothers and sisters, we people by all the matter. They say, no, Indian ain't like African. I will promote, the preach that when they open up their mouth and talk, the only thing that doesn't say on the platform is let all them Indian guns so. But one of them mouth go slip. Just like how Curry Marshall slipped the other day in Parliament and cuss, one of them mouth go slip. Because all they pushing is venom. All they pushing is hate. All they pushing is division. And all UNC asking the people to do is only let we get on board and mind we business and build we country. That is all. All the PNM, all they could stay with all is, I don't know problem. We have no problem targeting the non-voters anyway, because they left them neglected the same way, just like all it did to the UNC supporters, just like all it did to every other political supporter who is not PNM. So our responsibility is to target everybody else. All who's PNM, all they could stay right there. Stay right there. All you will be the person to dig the hole to bury all the party. Because that party done dead. Again, if all you couldn't fix the country with $144 billion. Now mind me, $144 billion borrowed on the backside of these people and them. These people and them was able to borrow the most money in the history of all the government put together. In the history of all the government put together, the former administration was able to borrow more money than all the governments put together. And listen to me. They couldn't fix the country with $144 billion. But they leave you with 1 penny and expect to fix this country. 1 penny who now learning to speak, now learning English dialogue, now learning representation dialogue. Stay right there. You see that? It's right there at the state. To my UNC coalition family, to my member of parliament in Point 14, my honorable prime minister, my local government minister, Minister of Health, who have a very, very important task. Well, let's see the Minister of Health page too. Well, don't hesitate. Well, let we motivate them fellas. Don't let nobody break the spirit. Because PNM responsibility is to break the spirit. Good afternoon, Felix. We haven't heard what about the 90 million missing from San Fernando. The 92. Listen, this is what I'm telling you. San Fernando City Corporation, problems. If it is CPEP, it's thief money. I'm waiting for Point 14. They were telling people in Trinidad and Tobago in order for us to come to a balanced structure in Point 14. You see, remember our parliament? He didn't went to Hogwarts. Harry Potter, he never meet Harry Potter. Miss Kamla Persad, says, never meet them fellas and them. The entire UNC coalition team, they never attended Hogwarts University. So we don't have no magic men, no wizards, and them kind of thing. So then what we have to get what we have to deal with is paperwork and get it done factually for the people. And the only how we're going to get it done factually, the issues must be spoken. You notice what the Prime Minister said? The people who fought to get us in office. Don't play all in and sign all your phone. While my Prime Minister talking to her people, who she put in place to represent her people, PNM have a problem with it. Because why? They're so embedded in corruption. They're so like underhand thing, manipulation thing. They so love it, they don't understand a Prime Minister who make up his mind that our responsibility is to serve all the people. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Felix. This has been our next episode of Real Talk. Before I go, I want to bring you a piece of information. Every year, my mother and my stepfather, well, them live on the outside of Trinidad and Tobago. Every year, they compile boxes and barrels and charity-wise now, things to give out to people. And it so happened that, well, again, we're in 2025. And on top of that, customs call. So Monday, please, the Lord, we have a nice load to go and pick up. Those of you who are not aware of what it is we just do normally, we hamper drive. They send food stuff, they send clothes, they even send pampers for the elderly. They send things for every single structure. And Monday, please, the Lord, I get the call that I had to go and clear some items. And those of you who are aware of what's going on, all know that me and Nelly out and about working. And with my thing here is to make sure that the program deliver and the family at eat. So I asking you all support. Going forward, we have what? Today is what? Thursday. Tomorrow, please, the Lord, is Friday. Saturday, I go do a program. But Monday morning, I have to reach by up during Customs Day for 11 o'clock to do the paperwork and pick up. Where I get to understand the box nearly as big as a car. Because we just normally hand out walkers and, you know, them chairs that old people just have to use as toilets because they can't walk to the toilet and thing. Right. So this is the kind of things that is normally sent. Inhalers and all these kind of vibes. So brothers and sisters are asking if the Lord laid upon your heart because it's actually for the people. Right? We could do with that support. We could really, really do with that support. We could do with our financial support for Monday, please the Lord. So just in case you're asking a question because you might be outside of Trinidad and Tobago and want to know how you could bring some support, again, you can PayPal me at Trinidad Halls. Ladies and gentlemen, me line to tell the people don't call. They say the first set of paperwork. This is the first time I ever get them kind of prices. They say the first set of paperwork is $450 and then the next set is $9 something. So I don't know if things went up, but when I reach up the road, we will find out exactly what's going on. And then I have to go and face customs. So what I'm saying is, what it is we get in here is really to give out to the people and them is really charity thing. All I know what 648 does do here. So I could do it all your help, I could do it all your support. When I work in, we just normally handle it. But I could do it all your support right now for a little financial contribution to go up the road and clear them thing and them in customs. So I encourage you all. My number again is 324-0844. And you can PayPal me at Trinidad Halls or my Scotial Bank account, which is Penal Branch. The account number is 463-754-021-575. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been our next episode of Real Talk. It's your boy Irvin, and as we prepared to do a next level of distribution in a major way in Trinidad and Tobago, again, I am asking your support. Well, please don't make money come out and beg because PNM I'm on the ground begging to feed people. And the bruise away my knee, begging and crying all kind of thing for Christmas to organize things to feed people. Thank you much, Michael. Thank you very much, Lachman. Thank you very much, Ram Kisoon. I'm just cool. Everyone who was up today. Ayo, big up yourself. Rishi, you know it's nothing but love. Monica, big up yourself. Who we are here? Anthony, big up yourself. Who we are up here? TK, big up yourself. Everyone who up. I ain't seen everybody. But again, today was a blessing. Again, I must thank each and every one of our brothers and sisters who continue to tune in, who continue to support. My name is Irvin. This has been our next episode of Real Talk. But mind me, just before I go, remember when the morning break, please don't forget, if it is in catch up with Ground Report today, don't miss Ground Report tomorrow, please, Lord. Please don't miss Douglas Politics. We must continue to salute our brother Anil Roberts, who continue to stay focused and continue to keep it real with the Douglas Politics. Again, you know, we are breaking down up, out, and about. You know, 12 o'clock, you're catching your boy Irvin, TC, and Heavy. Continuing to be out and about. You know, we boy Opinion Box. We even have Real Talk with my brother Ali in the afternoon time. YouTube again. I tell you again the information. People calling one by one. Again, please don't forget Stack, because Stack continue to make his contribution. Please do not forget every single person. So if you're passing, you just might be passing a page and you know, well, boy, somebody's are familiar, like how we are Nigel up here. And you know, well, that you put it like, we in this together. I think costing me nothing to put it like. Again, go Paul, blessed day, blessed day, blessed day. Don't forget TC and every, not TC and every good man. Who again we have to think by? What's my, that's some people there that. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, my responsibility is to ask and encourage you continue to stay connected to your Prime Minister's page. Connect to our Prime Minister's page where you get updated on a daily basis. Please stay connected to your Member of Parliament page. Follow your MP's page. Follow your Minister's page. Follow your Senator's page. Even follow your Councillor's page. You know why? Because the only how we could go forward positively, the only how we could go forward with progress is if it is we get the relevant information to the relevant person so that they could work on it. The government is here, Ravi. They don't have any program yesterday, right? The government is here to work on behalf of the people, and we, the people, must be able to deliver the information to the governing authority. The last time we had a government, the last government, nobody had a say. Today, all of us have a say. The only difference is we're doing our say respectfully. We're making our contribution with common sense, and on top of that, we're making our contribution with unity. So whether he's an Indian, whether he's an African, he's a Syrian, he's Chinese looking, once you're a trained Begonian citizen and you understand that we have a part to play, law abiding, in sports, in education, in agriculture, road and infrastructure, we have a part to play in developing Trinidad and Tobago back to the level that we used to be and even better. And the only how we're doing that is collectively as a group. So to my UNC Coalition family, big up yourself. To my Member of Parliament, Mr. Raymond Onesto Kiza, big up yourself. And your entire team, your entire office staff. Chrissy, big up yourself. I know Mr. Gerard Planty. Bish, everybody, Laura, all big up all yourself. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's all boy Irvin, and I love all Uncle Tommy. Right, somebody put it up. Don't let me lock off your time. We can put up the information because we want people, Tommy and the professor too. Yes. We want people to know where they're getting the information. Because watch me, you know the slogan is each one help on a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And being a good person is not an option. But that is the only option today in Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to encourage you, wherever you at, wherever in the world you at, all we good people. Love all you. And again, please don't forget, we can really do with our support. Monday, please the Lord, we have to go and clear some goods. We could do with our financial support. Again, IOU continue this WZYE. Yes, semantics, thank you very much. Ayo, thank you very much. Every single person, again, it's all about you. Good evening. Please have a safe day. Thank you very much still. And all you know the program, all you know the conversation. We're bringing back the love to Trinidad and Tobago. Bringing back the unity. Love all you.
Bring back the old time days. Bring back them old time ways. I know everything must change, but I still love the old time days. Used to be everyone could afford to live right, just to feel nice, didn't need no paradise. Now open your eyes, look around, smoke in the city, and what was pretty, crying out for sympathy. To bring back the old time days, bring back them old time ways. I know everything must change, but I still love the